All right, so here we are. Welcome to a live talk with Becky Chernek, and I think I'm a couple seconds early on the announcement here, but I have a great show in store for you guys tonight. We have Jacob Zaks. He's the founder of Fasten. Sorry, he of Fasten, and we have the also Sean Hopper, and he is the head of business development. So I want to make sure that, and I apologize
Becky,
for
you
the
are you're
interruption.
Yeah,
stalking
so
me. Like
so
everyone wants to
popular
talk
right
to
at the
you.
start of the
Like,
show.
I
like get
can't
it
Behind the
believe it.
man.
I mean,
right.
people are calling me. It's just like I need to shut this off. Minutes into my show, I really apologize for that. But we are we're so for those that are new to this channel, I'm Becky Chernek, and I've been providing the very best in oh gosh, in automotive retail training from entire front end operation from the time the customer touches down on that dealership website to sales to presentation negotiation to the desk, from the desk to negotiation um, at the desk, and also to finalizing the transaction in the F&I office. And so not only that, we work with auto dealers, power sports, RV dealers, truck dealers, you name it, dealers. And we also work with agents. And that is really important for me to make sure that you understand what that means. And agents that want to customize their in dealership training, we also do regional boot camps as 2-day boot camps. And we also do like on site and profit leaks audits to really help you to manage that deal, to get that deal, and to help you impact performance. And then we work with the tech providers. And I'm going to tell you something that is super important, making sure that, at the end of the day, you might have the best technology, but if it's not being adopted within the in dealership workflow, it's not going to make that much of a difference. It's not going to make the impact. It's not going to stick. We all know that. So that's what I help with, and as well as lenders and, believe it or not, credit unions, those guys that really want to go ahead and put more loans together and make those loans perform well. Okay, so we are going live on Facebook. We are going live on YouTube as well as LinkedIn and X. And if you love what we're talking about, I hope that you do. Please hit that like button, subscribe, and share. Like I said, I have a great show in store for you tonight. I have Jacob. I have Sean Hopper. He is the head of business development for Fasten. And I believe that Fasten is the game changer in the industry for the customer loyalty credit card program. And we're going to be talking all about it. So with that, if you wouldn't mind, please, Jacob, get us started.
Yeah, sure. Hey everyone, nice to meet you. For those following along, my name is Jacob Zaks, and I am the founder and CEO of Fasten. Fasten, we are launching in a month. Very exciting. We are in our friends and family around right now, but we are the first and only credit card that rewards all consumers as they pay off their auto loans and leases. Essentially, you have this large recurring payment that you're spending $725 on average for the average American. People get credit card points for their Starbucks and their Netflix. Why not the most expensive things they own? Their house. Their house and their car. So we will give you points as you pay off your auto loans and leases, brand agnostic, lender agnostic. Beyond that, instead of giving 3x points at restaurants, we, like most credit cards, we'll give you 3x points for all of your auto related spend: parking, gas, insurance, tolls, maintenance, things like that. Car washes as well, EV charging, and then you get 1 point for everything. So we're a Visa card, and so we're accepted everywhere Visa is accepted. Those points can then be redeemed for regular credit card stuff like hotels, travel, gift cards, but they can also be redeemed at your dealership group for service, maintenance, down payments, what have you. So we are really like the first credit card that rewards consumers as they pay off their rewards consumers to get them their first like their dream vacation or help them buy their dream car.
Well,
Beyond that, yeah,
that's a
sorry,
lot. That's a lot
yeah,
of information. So but we're going to get into that. We're going to find out, what separates you from everybody else. And that's,
mhm,
when we had my conversation, I have conversations with a bunch of tech companies, credit card and lenders and that sort of stuff. So my job is to figure out, what do you do? What is making you
mhm,
different from the rest of everyone
yeah,
else? And I will tell you right now, I was excited about this live because I believe that you are different from everyone else. And Sean, if you would please go ahead and give us a brief bio. And we're going to get into the weeds when it comes to what you guys do that makes you so different from everybody else. And everybody else, oh, by the way, is on this with us right now and saying hello. And
There's
I
a good
wanted to make
crowd
sure
here.
that you know that too. And Colby Joyner and Sean I'm telling you, everyone likes you so much, Sean. I mean, here you are.
He's got a smile.
he's a likable guy.
People,
He is a
people.
likable guy.
Yeah,
I like him too.
like there's so many great vendors and companies out there in automotive, and I came from one, full path with CDPs and AI, but there's a lot of those companies that are going out there trying to help dealers. But if you want to come to a solution that literally no one else is doing and no one else has ever done, well, that's why you come to Fasten, because like we're going to like help. Right now affordability is really really tough, and the tariffs are coming, and we're going to find a way to give back to the consumer in ways that dealerships have never done before, which will cause them to come back and stay with and be loyal customers. So we're really excited to share that with you. Really excited to be on the show. Becky, I've been a fan of yours for a while in my time in automotive previously. So really pumped to be here, and thanks for having us, and excited to share with your followers.
Well, like I told you, what I do is I try to, get through the weeds, when it comes to what does these companies do, and where do we make the biggest bang for our buck? How do we put this all together? How do we impact the performance in these dealerships? And how is that gonna resonate with dealers, right? And
Mhm.
so here's what I found. I found that there's, don't get me wrong, but at first, credit card customer loyalty programs are a
Yeah,
dime a dozen. I mean, right? And it's so like what? So what? So, okay, Sean, you were fun, let me entertain you, and I'm going to take some time and listen in. But what's interesting is that this is far and beyond anything anyone else has done. So when you're able to go ahead and provide customer loyalty points for customers who are financing and leasing these vehicles,
yeah.
and every payment there's a point attributed, and we'll
2 points.
talk 2 points how that all
Yeah,
works,
2 points
right?
per dollar. Yeah.
2 points per dollar. There's Jacob. 2 points per dollar, and that's a lot because I don't know of
Totally.
another credit card customer loyalty program that does the same. I don't know
Yeah.
if there's anything out there quite like it.
Yeah. So, there we are the only credit card that is giving consumers points for their auto loans and leases. That, it is the like it is as far as we know, we are the only ones out there. And it's really this like people are spending the money anyway. You're spending hundreds, if not in the thousands of dollars a month. Why not get points? You get your points for your coffee every day. That's 3, 4, $5 a day. Why are you not getting points for the most expensive thing you own, the second most expensive thing you own after your house?
Well, I think
Yeah.
so. I mean, can you imagine? Here it is. So for a dealer and me as an F&I professional,
Mhm.
I want to have a conversation with the customer to let the customer know, Yeah, there's financing elsewhere. Certainly you can. You can obtain financing through your credit union or other lenders that might be available to you. However, with our dealership, we're providing you something different. So
Yeah.
if everything almost the same, why not here? Because we're able to
Yeah.
go ahead and you're having the ability to have this customer loyalty program that you're able to accumulate these points,
Yeah.
and they can be redeemed in service. You can accumulate the points in
For
service,
warranty.
and then
Yeah.
also as additional down payment on your next vehicle. So why
Yeah.
wouldn't I do that?
Exactly. And it gives customers the choice, right? As opposed to the OEM card where you're locked in with the OEM brand and they're captive. For you, if the consumer wants their next car to be a different brand, so they get to get a different rate, if they get a better rate from their credit union, they're still going back to you because their points are connected to your dealership group, right? And it's a model that's really works obviously incredibly well in the airline industry and the hotel industry. And those, and why not in auto, right? I mean, it just really makes sense. And the
Sean?
real hook is
I want to hit on that because everyone's used to like the Toyota card or the GM card, right? But that's meant for the OEM to increase their own retention. What about the dealership? There's nothing that's made for the dealership or dealership group to win, and that's ultimately what we wanted to do, is create this product that's going to benefit dealers and consumers at the same time. And so that's the plan here.
So it's a win-win for everyone, right? It's
Yeah.
just not one-sided. It's like, okay,
Exactly.
so this is, we're able to go ahead and provide this opportunity for you to take advantage. And not only that, I mean, if you're financing, if you're leasing through us, all the better. You're going to have points attributed to that. You're going to have points in our service department and other points that you can actually redeem here at our dealership in the automotive group. And it really ties more customers into your service. Yes. In
Yeah.
Service and retention as a whole.
Totally. And another thing is now the dealers can also go market to the customers. So they know there's all of this data out there, right? There are all these CDPs. They all say, hey, they know when it's time for you to get an oil change or get your brakes changed. Now they can say, hey, we also know Becky has 200,000 credit card points, right? And why not come to us to get your brakes changed, right? Essentially saying your brake change is free. And that choice up to the customer as well. So really able to directly market to them, and the dealer has that data to market smartly to the consumer.
Well, I think that really helps too. So we have a couple, we have one comment here. Sean Hippity Hop. Sorry. So who's Tim?
Tim's good people. You should have Tim on. He's forever start. He's really good person in auto. Becky, when you were in the box, when you had deals, did you like it when customers had equity in their vehicle?
Of course. Yeah, absolutely.
Leading question, but this is the same thing, but better, because equity could be used at any dealership, right? But this is going to be equity that only this dealership can use, because now I'm going to know that Becky has $2,000 worth of credit card points that she can only use with me on this deal, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the big difference. So this is almost like credit card equity mining by them paying off their auto loan, which is what they were going to do anyway. Mm-hmm. So it becomes a huge advantage, almost like a store or group incentive that only you can offer.
Yeah.
Well, I think we didn't really touch on that. So I think that, so as they accumulate the points, whether that be in service and some of these others. So I've got my notes here. Thank you very much, Sean. So I wanted to make sure I hit this hard. So for an example, you have you attribute points based off of auto loan and lease pay to 2 points per dollar, right?
For auto loan and lease. 3 points for all other auto-related spend, parking, gas, insurance, car washes, and then 1 point everywhere else.
But the other, you have insurance too.
Yeah, insurance. No, yeah, insurance. All
How does that work?
Spend. So yeah, so you use your credit card and we'll give you the credit card points. As you pay off, you have these regular recurring payments with your Chase, Cap One, Capital One, Amex card. You're
Do
generally only getting
people
1 point for those.
paying their insurance through their credit card? So it's just
Yeah, a lot of insurance companies will let you to pay through their credit card.
okay.
But we're
Yeah.
gonna give you a multiple on that, whereas most aren't doing that. So
Most don't do that. Okay.
and look, like insurance is the highest it's ever been for auto, and like interest rates are super high still, and car payments are very high still. So
Yeah.
all these like very high payments that people aren't happy paying, we're giving something back. At IE, that makes it seem like the dealer is giving something back, and it's like we care about your wallet and what you're going through, right?
Well, I think that is really important for both parts. I mean, we want to make sure that the customer knows that, hey, these are things that are everyday, these are everyday expenses. So now we can go ahead and you can with this credit card loyalty program, you're able to take advantage of your everyday expenses through us, and it ties that back into the dealer, right?
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So
Exactly.
we have a question
And
here
the
from Mike.
dealership group.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
Mike, that's a great question. So yeah, so we will give them points. So just so everyone knows, technically, they're not actually putting the loan on the card. That's not allowed that's considered predatory. So we will just give them points as they pay off their auto loans, and Fasten takes care of that. So they can't actually make the payment, but we will still give them the rewards as they pay off their auto loans. Great question, Mike. Thanks for asking.
That's a really good question. Very good question. All right. And then we have Tony. Thank you, Sean. And then Tony, sounds like a reason to buy from the dealership again.
Yeah.
Right. Amen.
Totally.
Amen.
And that's the whole thing. And then one of the things that we're really excited about is that dealers can also use our points as marketing collateral. So as a dealer's favorite word, reinsurance, dealers can actually reinsure Fasten points that they can use as marketing collateral. So they know it's time for Becky to come in for an oil change, right? Or their CDP is telling them. Now they can say, come to us instead of Jiffy Lube. We'll give you 500 points. Or you're in the box trying to sell all your warranties and all your, the gap insurance and all these F&I products. Now you can say, hey, you buy these products, we can bundle you 20,000 points. We can give you 10x points. Everyone wakes up with these offers every day from their credit card. Hey, you get 10x points at Home Depot and Lululemon. And there's a reason why like you get this for everything else, because it really works to help sell products. And now the dealers can basically offer that, but that discount because of some tax advantages that dealerships have really can essentially don't cost the dealership anything. And so it's essentially giving a discount to the customer. Well, it's giving a discount to the customer while having no expense to the dealer.
All right. So what you're saying, I think, I just wanted to make sure I understood it, is that you're passing along, the dealer can pass along points to the customer if they choose to.
Yeah, exactly.
If they choose to.
And in the credit card world, it's called a card linked offer. That's a little credit card lingo for you. But
it's gamifying. It's gamifying the experience and beyond just things that they pay for as well, right? So you could say like, bring in your car for this recall, we'll give you 1,000 points, right? Just coming in for the dealership, give you points. You could give points to activity on the website. But I think like where it comes in for you and your audience is that like you could use points while you're, let's say you're capped out on a deal and you can't put anything else on it, throw the warranty on the credit card. Or maybe you have having some trouble, selling the additional products like, dent or key replacement. So let's bundle that together. If you get this bundle, here's 10,000 points, right?
Yeah.
So it's
okay. So like in an upsell kind of way, we can include some of the points in there and to kind of sweeten the pot.
Yeah. Exactly. Or in a very simple way, like with our card, normally a purchase would be 3 extra points. Let's make it 10 extra points, right? Like, it's kind of the world's your oyster, and it gives it's meant to be sales enablement for the finance department to help penetration.
Yeah. And
Well,
it's,
I
and,
think there's, I don't know if an F&I person that wouldn't love to be able to say, hey,
yeah,
here's a couple things we can do with this.
Yeah,
You know what
exactly.
yeah,
I'll do?
exactly.
And I think I like that. I think I like that because, how many times has it, we trained where we'll throw in a coupon
Yeah.
if you take advantage of my service contract.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I've
Yeah.
well, it's soften the blow of negotiation.
Here's
That was the
$1,000
idea behind it, right? It's just kind of,
Yeah.
but
I mean,
this
and then,
is like real. This is like,
Yeah.
I mean, I can buy into that as a customer. It's not so fake to me. Like now I can add
Yeah.
points into this to make
Yeah.
it all
It's
come
a,
together for you.
yeah. And don't complicate it. Like, you don't want this complicated. It's a credit card, right? Like, everyone understands credit card points. Everyone understands credit card loyalty, right? That's it. We're just, it's, you have it in so many other retail industries, and there's a reason why there are credit cards for loyalty programs in so many other retail industries, but it just hasn't really, well, hasn't really been done in auto. And so that's really where we come in, and really, like, the hook on our end is to give points for the auto loans and leases, right? It's the second largest form of non-discretionary spend in the American household. So now you can get points for this.
I think it's pretty cool. I think when, like I said, I was very much impressed with this. I see it gaining teeth in the automotive industry. I think you're going to do extremely well as long as everyone can understand, the benefit of behind it. For me, it's twofold. First of all, you've got the advantage of the points for finance and leasing, which
Mhm.
I think is a huge advantage. Not only that, now we're talking a dealer. If in the event you want to add product to
Yeah.
the table, cause you can throw in points to that. That's
Yeah.
big time. That is super big. Okay, so we've got, can a dealer
yes.
offer this card
Yeah.
to the customer at time
So
of
this
sale?
That,
is
that,
this
that
is
that's
everywhere.
that's a great question, Mike. Yeah. Sorry, Sean, take it away.
No. So like it's going to be everywhere. It's going to be in the marketing. You can sign up on the website. It's going to be at point of sale. It's going to be in F&I. It's going to be at service, right? Because like let's say you have a $3,000 service that you have to do. It's like, well, that's already going to be 9,000 points. So there's a discount to you immediately that you're going to get in the form of points just for putting it on the card. So it's holistically happening everywhere at the dealership. As a value prop everywhere. The way we see this is like, this is a why buy, this is a why service, this is a why finance. So because even beyond the points, if you finance with us, we're the only dealership that is going to give you 2% back on your auto loan each month, right?
Essentially.
So yeah, essentially.
And another just big exciting thing there is, like, the consumer did not have to buy their car at your dealership for you to offer these points. So you can go out there and conquest, right? If you are in the St. Louis area, right? Like, there are a lot of dealers in the St. Louis area. You don't have to have bought from your dealership. You can go to market, say, hey, do you have a credit card? Yeah, do you want credit card points for your auto loan and lease? People say, yeah, of course. So you can go and conquest, and now those people are locked into your dealership to redeem their points.
It's a fun part.
I mean,
Anybody
yeah.
with an auto loan
Anyone with an auto loan,
you're 680 or higher, you're in.
or lease. Yeah, or lease.
Or a lease.
That's all you need. Yep. So you could be a salesperson. Like I've called leads with my dealers before. Someone could have bought from your competition, and it's like, well, they were rewarding you for your auto loan. No, do you want to be? You just conquested someone, and at the end of their financing, there's only one place they can spend it with, and that's with you, not with the person they bought it from.
Yeah, and now they have choice because they can go group wide.
I love this. Okay, so we have some questions here, so I want to make sure we can. I'm in as long as Sean's photo is.
You're gonna have to ask Jacob.
Yeah. Well, fun
like
fact. It's not going to be Sean's photo, but we actually found a company that does custom credit card chips, and so not immediately, but sometime in the near future, the credit card chip is actually going to look like a car. too, which is
Oh,
cool.
that's kind of cool. That's very
Yeah.
cool. May not look like you, Sean, but it'll look like a car.
Yeah. The second best
There's
thing.
a
Yeah.
small segment that wants me on the card, but I don't know about
Yeah.
that.
I told you, you've got a really great following here, Sean. So
Yeah.
here's the
There's some
thing.
good friends, that's all.
I'm not okay. So never stop. I told Rebecca that she needs to have you on the show next.
There
All
you go.
right.
Next guest.
Yeah.
I get pretty busy around here lately. I don't
We'll be
know.
started down the line.
Got to get on my list. And then can a car dealer offer this car to customers in their dealer database?
Yeah.
That's
All
a big
customers.
question.
That, I mean, like,
Yeah.
honestly, that's where we see like that's where the adoption is going to be. Like, as soon as people see this, that they could get rewarded for this, there's just going to be sign up. Like, there's a similar company out there called Built that rewards for rent. And once people found out about that, I mean, once I found out about that, I was like, oh my God, like, yes, sign me up. And so get this out to your database. They're going to want it. And then they're going to be able to redeem those points with you. So 100%, like, because now this is both your customers and people who never bought from you. This is a new reason for them to come back to you.
Mm-hmm. And bring it back for service and maintenance too, right? There's a lot of data. Only about 30% of customers, post warranty come back to their dealership for service and maintenance. Those customers that do come back are 3 times as likely to buy their next car from you. So now if you have these points, you're getting them into that mentality to come back to your group, right? So 74% of car buyers who return to their dealership for service and maintenance come for their next car. That number drops down to below 30% if they go to, somewhere else or a mom and pop store. So, there are a lot of this data that if you get them coming back, they'll come back, their spouse will come back, they'll get a car for their kids. So, it really is important that you start that now. And they're really, I know a lot of things have been tried, but not nothing. There's a reason why every industry offers a credit card, like I've said before, right? Because it works and it builds loyalty, and you can do it with gamification.
I like the gamification. I also like, especially now more so than ever, everyone is on a tight budget. We're trying to find every which way to go ahead and make ends meet. And I think for a dealer, I think it's important to recognize and understand that consumers are under a tight, there's a lot of consumers out there that are on a tight budget, and every cent, every opportunity counts. There's like me, when I show up, and I have yet to figure out what I'm getting points for, but I get points. And I'm like loving every minute when I go to my Lowe's grocery store and they're telling me you get so many points. And I'm like, holy camole, this is great. Yeah. And, but at the end of the day, I think people really like the fact that, they're getting thrifty today. Don't you think? They're looking for every opportunity that they can get to get something out of this. So, and meet their ends. And I think tying that in with the dealer is so important. It makes a lot of sense to me. Okay. Chris Kerr, great retention tool for dealers. Does BMW still offer this?
Yeah.
Can it be branded to the dealership?
So I think BMW has one. I'm not 100% sure. The whole point is that we are more dealer focused than OEM dealer focused and consumer focused than like the OEM cards, right? We give consumers more point options, options to get multiple points per dollar, and then the points can really be to redeem dealership group wide. At first, Chris, it cannot be branded to the dealership. That will be a follow in the future. Just because we're a financial services product and everything does have to get approved by the bank, but that will be something that we will be offering down the road.
Great. Okay. Good question. Great answer. So, what I meant to do, but we had so many questions going on. I mean, I wanted to make sure that everyone was able to go ahead and reach out to Jacob Sachs as well as Sean Hopper when it comes to, is this something that you should be implementing in your dealership? So I have a question for you guys.
Yeah.
Is this a program that can be used in dealerships throughout the USA? Is there any state that doesn't allow you to work with this?
50, Alaska, Hawaii, DC, anywhere.
So it's
All 50
nationwide.
states.
Because I had a
Nationwide.
conversation earlier, and it was, well, Becky, certain states may not allow it, and so
No, it's like if you have we're a Visa card. Anywhere Visa's accepted, we're accepted. So we're accepted everywhere.
Okay, well, that's good
Yeah.
to know.
I will say on that front, there's different like regulations for credit cards with processing fees.
Yeah,
Like
just go out there.
some you have to
my
pass
card.
on to the customer, some you don't have to. And like for us, like we're actually able to save dealers about almost up to 25% on credit card processing fees.
Yeah,
And if they pass it on to the customer, then those are savings that the customer will get to enjoy as well.
Yeah,
So
that's a great point, John. When a customer uses the Fasten card, only when they use the Fasten card, we have a payment processing extension. So it's not going to rip up your whole POS system, not major training. But when you go and you swipe the Fasten card, the dealership will save about 25% in payment processing fees, as Sean just said. Here, this is my card. It works. It works. I used it like 3 or 4 times today already. Used it for my coffee. Used it when I bought gas. We're doing
I
public.
think that many customers use their credit cards today more so than ever before. I don't think that they dish out, paying cash. So, I think that they really do work their points, frankly.
Totally.
Today more so than
Points
ever.
hacking is a very popular thing.
Yeah, and
we all know car dealership guy, right? The original guy was the points guy who made it after credit card points. That's a fun fact. So he was the first one of the guys.
So Jacob, I do want to talk a little bit about your home, and I know it's a little bit of a break from where what we've been talking about, but I think it's kind of cool. Your house is how old?
1830s. So my wife grew up on a farm, like a 45-acre apple orchard. My father-in-law is a dentist / farmer. So when we were looking for houses, we kind of fell in love with the farm. We make maple syrup in New England, wood-fired maple syrup. In my backyard, we have a sugar shack. We have about 5 acres with tubing and on maple trees, and we do about 40 gallons a year. So it's a very exciting, fun little side hustle.
It really is kind of cool.
Yeah, real New England maple
gotta
syrup.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Real New England maple syrup.
I'm telling you, I'm going to make you go ahead. I'm going to ask that you very, very much so that you send me some maple syrup, some
Becky, for you, anything. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You can come to the farmers. Farmers market. We sell it. We bring the baby, sell it at the farmers market. It's
awesome.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah.
Sean, what do you think about all that? And where do you live, Sean?
I'm up in Seattle. And I was proud. My house is 1907. I feel like that's pretty old, but I mean, there's nothing on Jacob's. I have a plum tree in my backyard, but no maple syrup. So Jacob
I have a nut tree in the back of my yard. Chestnuts. That's what it is. Chestnuts.
Yeah.
And,
we on one coast and Jacob on the other. So come in.
And are you? So how long have you lived there, Sean?
Moved here in the fall of 18, which is also when I got married to my lovely wife Phoebe, and I've been here ever since. And I said, I'm not staying here long, and now I love it and have a great home and family and community. And the dealers up here are awesome too. So it's really you haven't lived if you haven't visited any of the Seattle dealers. Let me tell you.
Yeah, I like Seattle dealers, and there was Carter, I believe. One of the dealers,
I have a Carter car. I have a Volkswagen ID4 I got from Carter Volkswagen. They do.
Well, you talk to the dealer there and say, "Hey, I was just on Becky Chernek's show." And he's like, "What?"
I'm going to go talk to Ryan. Ryan Jr. I'm going to talk to him.
It was a long time, but he brought me in, and boy, let me tell you, we had a blast. It was some really good stuff. We had a really good time. I love those guys, and they took me to dinner, and
loved it.
Gosh, it was just amazing, awesome. Well, so we have some comments here that I got to get through. Does the dealer have access to a dashboard showing customer point levels?
Yes.
like,
Yeah.
we just give like Mike a shout out for like really.
Yeah, Mike's asking all the questions. Yeah, Mike, yes, and you can go market directly
Can I
to
can I tell
those
you a little
customers.
bit about Mike Moran?
Please, I'd love that.
Yeah,
He's a car guy.
yeah,
And
clearly.
no, he really is thick and through. I mean, he is
Mike, yeah,
a
Mike's
big
thinking of everything.
name
Mike,
in
we
the
should talk
automotive
about you being a
industry. He
consultant
is
for all
a
these
big
questions you
name.
asked. Yeah,
And he knows his stuff and a super good human being. But yeah, Mike Moran, he is super, super cool. He has his own company and thank you video.
awesome.
And his whole thing is all about retention, right? It's all about how do we sell? How do we get more customers to back
Like-minded.
to the dealership? How do we get them back to service? Thank you,
Love it.
video.
Love
And
it.
I'm going to tell
Mike,
you,
just
he
added you on
has,
LinkedIn. Would
I
love
did
to
too.
find time to chat.
you guys have to hook up. You guys, I think
Yeah.
you guys are like two peas in a pod over here. It's just like so
You
funny.
making the auto connection in real time.
Auto connections with you, Sean. And I'm making sure that happens with you too, Jacob. But super cool guy. Not only
Great.
is he in the automotive space, but he's also in the health space and different industries. He's pretty real estate.
He's a Renaissance man. That
I don't
Mike
know if he's
Moran.
like
Mike
quite
Moran,
as
the
cool as
Renaissance
Bruno,
man.
but
Yeah,
he's
The ring to it.
got it. He's got it going on. So
Love it.
and then you can just say, thank you, Becky. Thank you.
Thank you, Becky.
And then we got Tim here. Sean Hopper sounds like Becky, and I need to connect. Yay. I'd love to be able to do that. Side note, I had over an hour call with Sean reviewing the program, and I love the concept. Let's rock and roll, baby.
Love it. Love it.
He's super cool. You've got a really good guy there. I was talking to a friend of mine the other day and she goes, oh my gosh, I was just on a demo with he's such a super guy. He's super cool guy. I don't know if you were on there with him or not, Jacob, but good stuff.
Not on that one, but
You
yeah.
have to
Next.
I
He's got such a baby
I
face.
paid her to say that.
He's got such
Yeah.
a baby face. And then Andrew Pearson, one of the best F&I savants in the USA, in this country. He is amazing, awesome. He has beat out his entire automotive group on service contract sales for the month.
Let's go.
He's got the highest PVR out of all the stores in his group too. So
Love it.
Andrew, the thing is that when you work with an F&I person, right, and they have the tools of the trade and they actually utilize the tools of the trade, it makes all the difference in the world. They understand this. So here's my question to you guys. So I'm this person that will drive you absolutely crazy. I just want you to know.
Yeah.
But I will. I'm process oriented. If that tells you anything, I am. I believe in in a crazy world, if we can get 50 or 60% of a consistent process, we're making things happen.
Yep.
Totally.
Right? So if you say it's okay to be 60, 70, it's not. It's like if I can go 100 and get 60 or 70, I'm cool. Right?
Yeah.
So my question to you is this. When you introduce the credit card loyalty program, are you doing that at the sales desk? When is that all happening?
We come in and train, but we also think there's a lot of benefits for the consumer. So especially like at F&I, people are making a large financial decision. The good thing about this is that it's a broad product. Some people might be like, oh, I'm paying my auto loan monthly. Like this might be the time I want to do it. Or I have like a big bill in fixed ops. I want to get 3 points per dollar instead of 1 point per dollar with my other credit card. But we have an F&I calculator that says, hey, you're spending, you're spending $800 on your auto loan monthly, plus your gas, plus your insurance, plus, other things that I put on the credit card. Your car is is 40 grand, but your effective rate of your car with all of your things you're spending your money anyway on now might be 38 grand. So we have an ROI calculator for the customer that shows the benefits of using the card. That might
That's
make the sale easier.
awesome. That is,
Yeah.
so let me tell you something. That is really, Sean, pay attention here. No, I'm just kidding. I'm
Yeah,
only
no.
kidding.
No,
You didn't tell me about this one, Sean. I don't remember. Maybe you did.
there has to be some surprises.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the only reason why I say this is I had a return on investment calculator, something along those lines, because I had to, as a platform F&I director, I wanted to make sure that my F&I people know a pay plan. So understood their pay plan and how to work it, and how to, if in fact you sold one product versus another, and how it would impact the total pay plan, right? I mean, that's just how people operate. And it was so super terrific. It was like, let's have a conversation here. I want to show you, if you did this versus that, that's how it's going to affect your pay plan. Look, let me tell you something.
Yeah.
Haven't I good
Exactly.
at, do not, I mean, I don't want to tell anyone anything, but do not think that F&I people should work a pay plan. Yes or no?
Do I think of it work a play plan?
Should an F&I person, and I'm
You don't put me.
should an F&I person work a pay plan?
I mean,
Hell yes, of course they should.
Yeah,
I'm
Yeah.
all for it.
Totally.
That dealers want you to work a pay plan. It's like, I put it out here.
everything's
because
dictated by the pay plan. So
I'm sorry?
everything's dictated by the pay plan.
Yes. Yeah. So you got to know, it's like, do you know how many times I can go into a dealership and an F&I person doesn't know their pay plan? This is like so important. Return on investment. What's that look like? Do a soft calculation to go ahead and show someone what that means. We're blowing up right now. I just want you to know. Does the customer pay anything up front to get the card?
Yeah. So no, it's a $0 fee card. $0. It's a no annual fee card. $0.
Okay.
Yeah.
We've got Mike Moran, 0 down card. Okay, perfect.
Andrew Pearson. Andrew
Pearson.
Pearson. Sorry, I just saw your question. Andrew, that's a great question. If
Where
you want
is
to go one
it?
down,
Wait a
Becky.
minute. Okay.
Yeah. No, actually, because there is two hard pulls potentially happening pretty simultaneously, it actually has like no effect really, as if it was just one pull. So they actually does not have an effect. That's a great question. That's a great question. We actually got that checked out by the agencies early on because we thought the same thing as well.
Yeah, so you're not doing a hard inquiry. So okay, so first,
No, there actually is, because there has to be a hard inquiry for both the auto
down the
loan,
road.
because they're both simultaneous. It actually is not have really that they got like a double, like it doesn't like double the effect. It actually
So it'd be almost like a line 5.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, soft pull, and then you do the hard inquiry. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, for you.
Yeah. And then we would also we're gonna have pre-qual as well, so we would know. But we're like a Prime Plus customer, so we're going people who like really kind of like care about credit card points too, right? A lot of people are very conscious about their credit card points. They have multiple cards, and even if they don't, right? It's one of these things. It's one of the these product that you're spending the money anyway. You might as well really get the points because you have this large recurring payment that you're not getting rewarded for.
Yeah, so right now it's predominantly, the program has been designed for more prime than non-prime.
Yeah,
right.
that's
75 FICO
Yeah.
and above, right?
Yes. Yeah. Six.
Look, I mean, hey, there's OEM cards that you could be A50 Beacon and still not get approved for the GM card. So
Well, I'm glad you right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So put that in perspective. But so, we do our own soft pull here at the dealership, and, we start working the deal, and then we might even submit the deal. And so this is where I wonder if there's a conversation of sorts, that that the sales associates warming the customer up before the customer gets into F&I as it pertains to the loyalty card. How do you guys train this?
So we will come in and train your group,
Yeah,
right?
I mean, are you training up to have touched the desk on the credit card loyalty program before the customer makes their way into F&I? Or is
Yeah,
this
yeah,
solely a conversation just for
there
F&I?
is. No, that is the goal, right? Maybe have like the salesperson coming off for this, basically talk about it. Frankly, like we're a startup, we're still figuring things out,
Okay.
and really can
That's why you had me.
depend on
No.
processes,
Exactly.
and that's how we have you, Becky.
You're
Yeah,
not you're not selling them on it. It's like this is a soft sell. This is enrollment. It's like, hey, like there's something we're going to do for you. We're going to give you money back. This really cool credit card. We're going to give you money back for your auto loan, like that $1,000 payment that you have for the next 5 years. We're going to give.
Yeah.
How's that sound? Right? And that's pretty cool. We're the only dealership in the area that does that. So it's not it's very much a, this is a benefit to you. We want to give it back to you. This isn't like we're trying to sell you on it. This is like, I have it, like, right. Like this is something that you should be excited about. And I think you give that enthusiasm when you talk about it, and it will flow over.
exactly.
So does the dealer pay anything?
Yeah, so we do have monthly fees for the dealer to run their reward program, but we also will spiff the dealer per card. So the dealer pays us, but we pay the dealer, and so there's it's like a little bit of money going back and forth. But the dealer will actually probably be making way more money if they're signing up a lot of cards. But we want to make sure that the dealer is getting compensated for helping us distribute the card.
Okay.
So yes.
There is a
Yeah.
fee for us to run their rewards program, but we will spiff them per card. Okay.
Yeah.
Does the dealer pay anything? He already said
Yeah.
yes that. Okay.
And
Great.
on that front, like we have our dealers for launch, and if you want to get in, maybe there's a discount for loyal.
That's a great point, Sean.
For loyal Becky listeners, if you listen, you're on this call today, we could hook you up with a discount and
yeah.
And
if anyone's going to be at Agent Summit too next week, I'll be there. So come and find me. I'll be walking around.
I know. I'm
my
so
first
disappointed. I probably, if Chris Kerr is still on this, on the live here tonight, I'll make sure that he needs to touch base with you and say hello and introduce himself to you. Chris Kerr is, he's a terrific guy, and he works with another tech provider, which certainly can get you. So would you say that you guys work predominantly with franchise or independent stores?
Mostly it's been our whole thing is we don't really discriminate, right? It can be franchise, it can be independent. We really want to have customers, really want to have customers have a lot of choice, right? Like that's really the key. So if that's franchise, that's independent, we're not really biased. It could be whomever. We just want to make sure we're benefiting both the dealer and the consumer.
I think when we first set out, we thought it would be everyone, but that this makes sense for groups. But we have lots of independents and single point independents that have signed up for it, and they're excited about it because everyone wants to give this value prop to their customers. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter what kind of dealership you are. This is something that makes sense and is a reason to come to the dealership. So it's for everyone.
So it's across the board. And, one of the things, I don't know if I did a great job when with the intro with all the phone ringing and all that.
Yeah, no, it was great. It was great.
I was like, really?
Perfect timing, start off with a bang.
You can't make this up. I'm like 1 minute in, the phone rings. That has never happened before. But I will say, I think it is important that, as far as I'm concerned, I work with, I don't care what dealer, a truck dealer. We work with power sports, marine, you name it, RV dealers. This can work everywhere, right?
So, yeah. So, I mean, yes, the answer is yes. We are going to make specific cards down the road for those things, but that is our goal. That is our goal. is to, it's really kind of have like specific cards for, for boats and for motorsports and RVs. But right now it is auto, but you can use the card if you wanted to.
So it's just
We can
really
change
right now
those.
automotive. It's not RV
Yeah, but
power
you could use it. You could use it, but we're going to try to have different cards that benefit
right
these, right?
now.
Like
Independent frame
American
cards.
Express has like 20 different cards, right? We can have 2 down the road, right? That's our goal. Preston, does this card have any competition? No, not in the auto space. No, we are the only card that is offering points for auto loans and leases right now. So so excited to be the first one that we know of, at least. There might be
You
one,
are.
but
I mean,
we haven't
I
heard.
don't
We
think
haven't
I
heard of them.
know of any
That's
others,
both the
right?
dealerships. There's the only one
Yeah.
that's remotely is OEMs, but they don't do that. They don't reward what we're
Yeah,
and
yeah,
and we're rewarding for everything with your car, and that's something that no one else is really doing. Like there's like restaurant cards and travel cards, hospitality cards. We're like, this is the car card, right? Everything has to do with your card. We're rewarding you for.
the card for people with cars. So really, the card for everyone.
I know, but it's for me, I think, especially when you're rewarding for, for lease payments and loan payments. And I'll be honest with you. I don't know if I've ever heard of that before. I don't think that there's
Yeah.
anything out there that's doing just that.
No, I think you're going to start hearing about these kind of different cards for different verticals a little bit more, right?
Yeah.
Like for mortgages and other things, right? Like we're like part of this new wave of cards, and we're going after auto. We're going after auto. So go and sign up. Also, if anyone here is listening, you can sign up as a card holder too, right? If you want to get points for your auto loan and lease, come and sign up. Our website is fasten.cc, like fasten.credit card.
So so let me just go here for a second. So if I bought my vehicle at Hennessy in
Yeah.
Atlanta, so I leased it. And so if I contacted you and I said, or Sean, I want to go ahead and have a credit card and I want to start collecting my points, would a dealer Hennessy would actually have to sign up
No, not
for
yet.
me to get access to?
Yeah, sorry
How would
for
that
yeah.
work?
Yeah, so we will like right now, people have to it takes like a bit of time to accrue points, right? So you start going and accruing your points, and then it's our job to go out to the dealers in your area and say, hey, we have people in we have like 300 cardholders in Atlanta that want a place to go and redeem their points. You should be first, right? And then so there's a real first mover advantage for dealers in the area, for dealers in any area, to really go after conquest, all of that.
But Becky,
So if I wanted to go ahead, I just want to make sure I wrap my head around this. So I have a lease program. I'm paying on a lease.
Yep.
Yeah. The consumer can start at any point. Yeah,
At
the consumer
any
can
point.
start. Even if because we're a startup, right? It takes us some time to get some dealers. Even if we don't have a dealer in your area, you can start redeeming points, and then you can use them, and then and you can also use them for other stuff in the meantime, right? Like hotel, travel, gift cards.
If I go back to that dealer and if they're not signed up with you, then I can't redeem the points there.
Well,
that's when you tell your dealer to say, hey, I want to spend this free money with you. Fasten's giving me. Do you want to sign up for this? That's what you say.
Yeah, and that's our job as well, to go out to the dealers, right? We have dealers around the country, but always looking for more. We are pre-launch. We are very
you
new,
are pre-launch. I know you are. I know you're as new as new can be.
He probably doesn't want us to go to. He doesn't want us to go to Beaver or Gravity, right? So like we gotta. If he doesn't want us to go to competition, then
exactly, and that's Sean's job. Sean's job to go out there and find all the dealers and sign up for us. That's why we handsome.
That's what
hire the
Sean's
handsome
job
guy.
is.
By the way, Ortega just said the car card. That's the tagline.
The car card.
If Brian says that, then that's what we're going with.
And so this is a huge deal for, and that's why you're going to the agent summit, because now you're talking to agents and you're going like, let me tell you what, you want to sign your dealer up, because at the end of the day, this is a negotiating tool to sell more of your products.
Yep. Increase sales velocity, increase retention, right?
And
we all dealer marketing, you can use credit card points, right? there's a reason why everyone wakes up every day with offers on your credit card points for credit card points. Is because it works, right?
Yeah.
Now the dealership can use it as well.
Well, I think it works great. And
Thanks, Becky.
oh, you're welcome. So I really want to thank you for your time tonight, and
Thank you for having us.
for our dealers and viewers, is there any kind of last comments you'd like to share with us before we call it an evening? And I want to thank everyone else out there for all your great questions, and it's been a fun interactive evening. So thank you guys.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. You know, just again, like, we are a startup. We are always looking for feedback as well. Both, hey, everyone here is both a on the car side, is a consumer, and in the dealership world. So like, we are looking for feedback on both, right? Sign up for the card yourself. We are on the wait list right now, but that will be get off the wait list soon. And Sean and I are easy to reach out to. So come and find us. If you're going to be at Agent Summit next week, I'll be there. But if not, come find me. Happy to hop on a Zoom, or if we're in the same area, buy you a cup of coffee or a drink or something, and pick your brain.
Wonderful. Go find Jacob Sachs, and he's going to be at
Sachs.
Agent. Did I say that wrong?
What?
No, you nailed it.
I did.
No, sorry.
Okay.
I think
I think sometimes I mess things up. You don't know me too much, Jacob, but we will get to know one another.
Thanks, Preston. Thanks, Mike. Thanks, Brian.
I kind of messed this one up.
Thanks, everyone, for listening. We appreciate it. We appreciate the comments, and hey, we're all ears. We want to make something that's built for dealers and customers. So let's go.
Great chat tonight. Good job, everyone. And
thanks, Preston. Appreciate it.
I tell you right now, I had a blast. Thank you so much,
Becky,
Sean.
No. Thank you.
Becky, have us on next week.
We're the ones who should be thanking you. All right?
Yeah, Becky. Next year we'll do live from NADA, all of us together.
Oh, I would love that. I'll be there. Let's
perfect.
Live from the Agent Summit. That's it.
Live from Agent Summit. There are a lot of conferences.
I want my prop.
There's a few.
Exactly. And we'll get you some maple syrup too.
I'm sorry.
What's that?
What'd you say?
We'll get you some maple syrup too, Becky.
I want my prop.
Yeah, exactly.
100%.
Are you there? Like, can we do this? And Chris Kerr. Great show.
Great.
See? Good
Thanks.
stuff here, guys. So
Awesome.
again, thank you so much. I appreciate the time that you guys had, and thank you guys for tuning in to Live Talk with Becky Chernek, and I'll see you next Thursday. Gosh,
thanks,
I
Becky.
believe that's March 6th. Can you believe it already? We are breaking in to the spring.
I don't even know what year it is. Yeah.
Last Friday of the month, tomorrow. Good luck, dealers. Close out strong.
Yeah.
Amen. Close out strong.
Exactly.
Let's
awesome.
take our tools and make it all come together. And thank you again, guys. I really appreciate
Thanks for having us, Becky.
You being here and making it a great, fantastic, wonderful show. Thanks, guys.
Awesome.